Good evening to DeFiChain News on the 8th March 2023, the news show that provides you with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will discuss the next shows and dates. But before we start with the headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. Welcome back to the show. I'm very happy that you are here again and can present a ton of topics.
Good evening. Yeah, indeed. Happy to be back. Thanks for filling in the blank space last week here and for doing that alone. We brought a ton of things tonight, DC. You are absolutely right.
It's amazing what is happening on DeFiChain.
Crazy, yeah.
Great,
And this bear market, and everybody would think nothing is happening, right? So you wanna jump right in? Then here are the headlines for you.
The headlines for today, we start with the topic of the show, launch of the quantum bridge, and we are doing this step towards Ethereum. We have information regarding the Notion node upgrade on the Ticker Council. Something also happened. We dissolved it. DFIPs and the actual voting round, notable mentions before we come to our favorite topic, the community projects and the updates and the future dates. And with this, Mark, what is happening on Quantum Bridge? It's not the first time in the show, but we are now moving towards a normal tool on DeFiChain.
Yeah, we are getting closer and closer to the real launch. Yeah, guys, like you've seen in our thumbnail today already, that's the big topic. Quantum Bridge, Stargate, Quantum Leap, we called it. It's a big step for DeFiChain. What's happening? At the end, it's a bridge that should bridge between DeFiChain blockchain and Ethereum blockchain out there. We discussed this a couple of times before already. We had a long testing phase ongoing. You can see if you enter the URL, the website is live, even on the net on the mainnet already live, but there's not much liquidity stored in the chain, in the hot wallet of the chain. So I think you can test on mainnet now with very small amounts. But we had about 330 transactions of people who tried to see how the testnet behaves and how the quantum bridge behaves on the testnet. Last couple of smaller things gonna be fixed over the next couple of hours, and then I think everything's gonna be live. I think very important to say is, because there were a lot of questions around, is this bridge safe? How does this behave with unbacked DBTC in the system? The whole bridge is nothing else, so we call it like a money changer. Imagine you've got a money changer out there, and the money changer gets his funding from a bank. So let's say the bank is Birthday Research Team or Cake. So what Cake does is they provide liquidity on one or the other side, and then you come in, especially from Ethereum, and then you're gonna lock up your Ethereums, and on the other side, kind of liquidity gets released for you. So that means the bridge itself is not really minting stuff, it's more like locking up and releasing on the other side. At the end of the day, at the beginning, there's liquidity provided by Cake/Birthday Research, but in the future, it's going to be a self-sustaining system. That means people swap in, people swap out, and the hot wallet is going to grow, and at a certain level, it's going to be kept. If the threshold is reached, it's going to be swapped into a cold wallet just for security reasons. And if there's not enough liquidity anymore in the hot wallet, then somebody has to press the button and the money flows, or the coins flow back, or the tokens, to be precise, flow back into the hot wallet from the cold wallet. There's a good reason for that. If the bridge would be hacked, there's not a ton of funds in there. And so the whole thing is monitored by the Birthday Research team, what makes it more secure. Now, somebody said, so what's now so exciting about that if Birthday Research or Cake is involved? It's very exciting because in the previous years, we had to go through Cake, and there was a KYC process behind and an anti-money laundering process, and that slowed things down. Not because Cake was lazy, it's just a big process that has to be done for compliance reasons. And this is not necessary on a bridge. And another thing is that, it's gonna save you time. It's kind of immediate, right? I mean, it's gonna take a couple of blocks, and it's just there. and nobody has to do the active swapping for us. So that's a big, big, big advantage. And there's no KYC process. A lot of people said, no, I don't want to swap in through Cake because I have to clarify or notify who I am. That's not necessary anymore. So that's a big step forward. And yeah, really looking forward to go live next week. We're going to report how the first couple of days have been.
Will be interesting what's happening, who is using it, in which direction, which coins, how many funds, and so on. I'm really looking forward what's happening there.
Yes.
Good. Thanks for the update. Then we come to a smaller topic, but also really important: Ocean Node upgrade version 3.2.7. What happened there?
Yeah, so it was funny over the weekend. I went on the status page of DeFiChain and I saw there was a lot of orange, kind of alarmed, 75% uptime only on ocean infrastructure. So we got an update on that. Like you fully right explained, we spoke about that actually with the future swap, that there was kind of a delay because there was so much swapping ongoing with the future swap. There is a little bit a not so optimal performance of the ocean infrastructure, and this has to be fixed with a node upgrade. And there's an upgrade 3.2.7. The thing is, the upgrade's gonna fix a couple of these things, maybe not 100%. So there's a little side note from the developers. Everybody's working on DMC, DeFi MetaChain. So this is like kind of a half fix, let's call it like this, but it should improve absolutely the performance. And then when DMC is done, then they have got more time to focus on that. But it should really help to get a higher uptime on the ocean infrastructure for the future swaps. And also some people complain there's a slow response time on the Light wallet. What I personally can't complain about, but some people said it's a little bit slow and it takes some time until it loads the balances. So that should be hopefully be fixed. So that's kind of a small improvement that the guys are working on at the moment, or have been working on over the last couple of days.
Thank you. Will be interesting what's happening here. Next future swap is coming, I think tomorrow.
Yeah, let's see if this
And
solves
then
the problem.
we'll see. Yeah, I think it would be good if everyone with a light wallet sees that's still running, because the one or other maybe is afraid what's happening. Funds lost? No, nothing really critical. The blockchain itself runs. It was just the connection between light wallet and the blockchain,
Absolutely.
which was broken.
Yeah.
Okay, then third topic of today: the Ticker Council is no longer there. We are gone. We are out of work.
Yeah, we're out of work. We fired ourselves, so to say. So it was teased by Julian quite a couple of days ago already, when he said, should we actually dissolve the Ticker Council? The thought process behind that, maybe to explain it a little bit more in detail. Ticker Council 1.5 years ago was founded because he said we're gonna launch T tokens, and somebody has to come up with the idea of what T tokens, and then we have to calculate the rewards, and somebody had to do the job actually to put that in place. So the Ticker Council was founded. This was using DC was in there, Julian was in there, myself, then there was Chicken Genius, and Kügi also joined us over the time. And the Ticker Council also had a couple of more rights. It was then with the DEX stabilization fee, and we kind of tried to solve a couple of problems when there were problems, because there was actually no real interaction with the masternodes possible, because on-chain governance was not in place. So this was kind of a fire police department if something went wrong. But now on-chain governance is there, and in some way we said, yeah, why not let on-chain governments rule these whole things and let the masternode vote on this? We've got special DFIPs and they are pretty fast, and yeah, the systems are in place. So we decided, Anonymous, and that we all gonna step down together, and this happened yesterday, and from now on there's no Ticker Council, and from now on it's gonna be, yeah, the community who decides which token we're gonna list or not list, and how this is gonna be. There's no new process yet, so if somebody has a good idea how we're gonna do this with the D tokens in the future, come up with it, put a DFIP out there, discuss it. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting how the community organizes that in the future. But I think it's the right step. Give the power back to the community, and it was a good time. I think we had some really exciting meetings there, night times, to solve some tricky issues, but it's a good time to leave. Absolutely.
It's a perfect time and it's needed towards the decentralization. The one or other is still thinking about how to go on with the D tokens. I would just say, no, it's your turn outside. Do it. Bring up ideas. Make DFIPs. Vote for it. And push the D token system to the next level. It's no longer needed that the ticker council here is in charge.
Exactly.
Best case. Okay, voting. Perfect. Next topic. DFIPs and voting rounds. Or the next voting round is running, and maybe give us the one or other hint what's happening there.
This gonna be crazy the next couple of weeks. So there's so many. We've never had so many DFIPs in one voting round. So not so many CFPs are up for voting, but a ton of DFIPs are coming. But what we really want to mention, we don't want to go into all these DFIPs now, but we wanted to mention there was an effort. Like, we've got special DFIPs out there and we've got kind of normal DFIPs. And special DFIPs need a higher quorum and they run shorter. So it's actually, if you want to do something very quickly, change something in the consensus, then the special DFIP is used for that. And a couple of people came together and said, okay, let's crowdfund it. Let's put the 5,000, because it's definitely more expensive than the normal one. Put the 5,000 DFI together and get voted on this very quickly. And this was done for the DFIP regarding the Euro C. Euro C is a stable coin by the Circle. I want to say gang, by the Circle Foundation. And what they do is it's a stable coin for the Euro, right? So similar to USDC. And Cake was listing that already, and now the idea was, if Cake is going to use it, why do we not do this on DeFiChain as well? So that was like, community was like, wow, that's a great idea, let's do this. It was crowdfunded, and now it's up for voting until 11th of March. That's coming Saturday, so 2 more days more or less. And then somebody else said, hey, that's actually a cool idea. There are a lot of good approaches to stabilize the USD. Why not combine them all in one big DFIP, make a special DFIP out of it, and crowdfund that as well? And we checked, they need 5,000 DFIDC. I think you said, somebody wrote in the chat, is 4,500. We reached funding of 4,500 DFI already. So I guess...
447. So after German news show, we had 200 additional DFI on the address. So
chip in left. Some DFIs out there, everybody who's watching. Fabio, I see you over there, and Christian. Chip in some DFI, and then the DFIP, the special voting, can start pretty soon. So I bet this is gonna be funded until end of the day. I found it a really interesting approach. So DFIP is a good idea in general, and I really like that more DFIPs are coming out of the community. But I like the approach that the community comes together to fund it. It's kind of revolutionary, because it shows there's common interest in something. Put money behind your idea, and then we're gonna vote on it. I think that's a very interesting thing, and that's what we haven't seen so far. So I really like that. And no worries, we're gonna make a show sooner or later where we talk about all these DFIPs. But not today.
Great. Link is also in the show notes if you're interested in the content of the special DFIPs. Read it and then think about yes or no if it is submitted, and vote if you are a more standard owner. Okay, then what else happened the last week? Our notable mentions. Something there?
What we want to mention was you did a real nice video together with Santiago for Jelly Wallet. There was somebody else in the video. I forgot his name. Who was the gentleman? There was somebody else.
Yeah.
So they came and presented their Jelly Wallet. A lot of work went into that. So check that out. Link's gonna be listed up in the show notes. Then DeFiChain reached 1.2 million followers on CoinMarketCap. I think that's pretty huge. Of course, this was driven by the Learn campaign, but Learn campaign was also a really great idea. And however we reached this 1.2 million, it really doesn't matter so much because people said there might be some bots behind it, whatever. Guys, imagine we've done something that no other project has done so far. BNB chain, who is actually running CoinMarketCap or owning CoinMarketCap, we overtook them now, means we are the largest community now officially on CoinMarketCap, and this is big, and we should really capitalize on that. Okay, DC just changed the numbers. It's 1.3 million. It's crazy. So that's
Leon
really,
position 1.
yeah, we're in position 1, and that's a big kudos to everybody out there who voted or kind of helped out doing this or kind of pushed it on social media. That's fantastic, and I think we should really capitalize in on that because, or cash in on that in some way, because in the next bull run, imagine when people say who's the biggest community and we are still on number 1. That's huge, right? So congratulations to the community out there. And then we have a new block reward allocations for the last voted D token that the ticker council still provided. In the future is going to be different, like we just mentioned. And yeah, they are all visible on the DEX page of DeFiScan, and also Igor from DeFiChain Income provides the latest and greatest updates for this D token already on his tool. So if you use his tool, you're going to see it, or you go on the text and you see the APR there is all there already. Yeah, so much about the notable mentions this year.
Okay, then we are nearly at the end, but only nearly.
Nearly.
Community projects and updates. So this list is getting longer and longer. What's happening here?
What was happening? Okay, so Yusin was again guest in the market, Paddy's podcast. They were talking about the quantum bridge. Links in the show notes, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever, everywhere. Check that out. Locke reported in that they're gonna do a detailed explanatory video that will be published about security setup, multisig, private keys, old cold wallet, physical digital redundancy, transaction control, full transparency. So if you really want to nerd out on these things, I think that's awesome. I'm going to watch that for sure. That sounds really interesting to see how security is treated on Locke. That's always cool to see. At the end of the day, funds have to be protected, right? Then the accelerator team, 5 days left for the learn and earn campaign. So that's actually cool. If we go up 100,000 every day, so we're gonna be at 1.8 million end of the week, I guess. So that's gonna be interesting. Maybe we hit 2 million. That would be even too crazy. Then because they reported 1.2 million follower and we are 1.3 already. Then, in cooperation with Bene from DeFiChain Epic, NFC announcement was made. So the CFP was decided on positively by the masternodes, like in the last voting round. And now there are 6 live events in 2023, where we gonna provide funding for the Fight of the Night prize, and that's really, really cool because there are several million people watching. NFC is a growing sport, so they are not as big as what's the federation? Yeah, they are overtaking boxing because boxing is kind of a little bit old school kind of sport, and NFC is growing. So they're not a massive operation yet. So they are also a little bit the underdogs coming out, trying to take over the boxing world. We come out of the dark, taking over the crypto world. So there are a lot of parallels, really amazing. And we're going to sponsor the Fight of the Night prize. So really looking forward to some action there. I think we see a lot of parallels, one community meeting the other one, and that's going to be super exciting. So thanks DeFiChain Epic and Accelerator team. Then DeFiChain Poker Night, registrations open until 18th of March, 7 p.m. Central European Time. This is, in about a week. And also reach out to the guys. If you are a first timer in the poker tournament, please tell them your username, that they know who you are. And I think there's a prize up for grabs, about 300 DFI if you win the poker tournament. So we had a couple of these tournaments already, right? I'm not a poker player, but
it's a regular
thing
event.
now. Yeah, really, really cool. Then Jelly Chat. So everybody is talk of the town is ChatGPT, and I think Jelly Chat is kind of built on the API of ChatGPT. The idea is that we're going to feed information through the wiki into this ChatGPT tool, and then end of the day you can ask ChatGPT or JellyChat a question like what is DFI, what is the USD, and all these things, and then you're gonna get a really cool answer. But this thing is only as good as the information provided, so shit in, shit out in some way. So please help to provide data and information, help to fill the blanks, because then the system's gonna get stronger and stronger. And this is absolutely a community approach, but I really like that. It's like on the pulse of time. ChatGPT is the big thing at the moment, so why not have a JellyChat? Tentacles
And you
Club.
have to write your article about Lord Mark
Yeah, I
because
have
you
to,
are
right?
not known.
Yeah, because we asked before who's DC, and the thing said, I don't know, I have no information about that. And then I asked, is Lord Mark a real lord? And I said, I've got no idea. Yeah, we have to do this. So if you want to be in the wiki, in the DeFiChain wiki, because you've done something, then please write an article. Very good point, DC. Tentacles Club. So this is like a casual gathering of DeFiChain enthusiasts around the world. We had one in Bangkok already, several in Germany. Now there's gonna be 7 more meetups in March, Switzerland, Austria. So there's also a website where you can actually check. I think what I've seen, there are 6 or 8 new events up. No, 6 events are at the moment online. You see the exact location, also with routing to this place. So that's really cool. If you want to participate and meet real DeFi in real life, then go there and check it out and exchange ideas. I think that's a fantastic idea. Make the community coming out of the virtual space a little bit. That's it, DC, for the community projects.
And one addition, they are still searching for people organizing these meetups around the globe. So currently concentrated on the German-speaking area. If you want to do it somewhere else on the globe, get in contact to Tentacles Club, and then you are also part of this event.
Exactly. France, Russia, Ukraine, wherever you are, come out and organize a meetup. Cool.
Good. Then we are at the end and can close with the future dates. What's happening next year?
What's happening the next week here? Absolutely. Wednesday news show. Everybody knows that already. Then we've got a DStocks.io video about the Rebuild show. You had one planned for the 6th of March, but I think they haven't been ready, so they kind of delayed it. So it's gonna be on the 20th of March. That's in about 2 weeks. Check that out. Don't miss that. It's gonna be interesting to see what they are building. Then there's gonna be a build show with Chain Reports, German on the German channel, because it's mainly a German text tool. It makes so much sense, DC. And so there were a lot of approaches. How can we solve text reporting on DeFiChain? Chain Reports seems to be the new kit and the working product in town. So check that out. This is gonna be interesting for all the Germans out there, 100%. And then there's another one, DeFiChain Trader, on the 18th of March. Yeah. And if you guys out there have a project and you want to be showcased in a Rebuild show with Mr. DC or with myself, then reach out and we're gonna organize a little video shoot with you, a video stream, and then you can present your product. And there are so many funded projects out there. I think we had 100. So guys, come out wherever you are and tell us a little bit what's happening.
Show the world what you are doing and what DeFiChain is as an ecosystem, growing constantly.
Absolutely.
With this, thanks a lot, Mark, for all the things today. A really long list, also managed in nearly 25 minutes. We have 5 minutes left for the one or other question. If you are here live, put it into the chat and we will have a look. Everyone else, also, thank you for watching it later. We hope you enjoyed the show. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, like mentioned before, and then we see you here on this place next week with another episode on the news show of DeFiChain.
Absolutely.
Have a great time. See you soon.
Thank you. See you.
Bye-bye. Here we are.
Unbelievable. The jingle worked in both streams, huh? Fantastic.
You managed it.
Yeah, no, I didn't do
Great.
anything. Anyway, the system managed itself. It's yeah,
Healing
not
itself.
my healing itself. Yo, let's have a look who is here today, because like always, I cannot mention it often enough. The English one, the English channel is bigger, but everybody's watching the German show. It's absolutely crazy.
Yep.
We have a couple of MVPs here. We've got Fabio here. Hi, Fabio. We've got DC here today. And who, of course, Christian is here. We've got George
Always.
W. DeFiChain is here. Says hi all together. And Expedition to Freedom. Hi, nice to see you here as well. We've got no questions here on that side. I don't know, is it good or a bad thing? And we've got 8 thumbs up here already. Guys, yeah, if there are no more questions, then I would say
have a great time.
See you
Try
next
out
week.
Quantum Bridge at the end of the week.
Testing.
Let the world know we are connected to Ethereum.
Exactly. That's the big thing. So let's take the leap and jump from one bridge to the other. DC, thanks for the show tonight. Have a great night, everybody out there.
Thanks also.
See you next time.
See you soon.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.